name is Erin, and today I will be doing this Camtasia tutorial of molecular flipbook. So I'm going to show you how to import protein structures from the PDB and how to animate them in real time. So first, you can create your own protein using a blobber tool here, and you can adjust the molecular weight, the diameter and height, and the name. I won't be using this yet for my tutorial, so I'll show you this later. First, I want to import a protein from the PDB. Now, one can use the search tool in the PDB to locate the protein of interest. For me, it's the glucocorticoid receptor bound to DNA. This code that I'm highlighting is the code that you'll need in order to import this structure into molecular flipbook. Takes a little bit to load, but when it's ready, you get this. Now, there are different features that you can use in molecular flipbook. If you right-click, you can move the structure from side to side. If you scroll on the mouse, you can zoom in. And if you left-click, you can rotate. So what you see here is DNA and 2 glucocorticoid receptors. Now what I'd like to do is, this is the endpoint, I'd like to animate how this process works. So in order to make the representation more clear, I'd like to start by changing colors. You can right-click on one protein to select it. This is actually a DNA molecule. And if you hit Shift, you can click on the other one to select multiple things at once. Now on the left, there's a shading tool where you can play around with colors. I'm going to go ahead and make this blue, and we'll give it a snazzy shade. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing now for the other 2 proteins. Great. The next thing I'd like to do, since my protein did not already come with the ligand, which is cortisol in this case, I'm actually going to create my own ligand by using the blobber tool that I showed you earlier. Since cortisol is extremely small, I'm going to say it's only 0.05 kilodaltons, and I'm going to adjust the height and diameter and call this cortisol. Okay, now I can click, or I should be able to click on the molecule. Actually, I'm going to create a second one by hitting OK again. Now I should be able to click. Oh, it's not letting me. There it is. You just click. There we go. And by hitting the black circle, I should be able to move it out of the way. And here's my second one that I created. Now, since both of these are the same molecule, I'd like them to be the same color. So I'll go back to representations. Or shading, sorry. Okay, great. I have all the pieces I need. So now I'm going to move on to starting to make the video. So my first scene, I'd like to have everything separate. Sometimes I've noticed these black circles don't let you move things. You can also play around with these arrows if the black circle is not working for you. There it goes. Okay, so this is how I want my scene to start. I can go down here to the bottom and create a new slide. And then any movement that I create in this new slide is going to be animated in my final video. So initially, I want my cortisol to bind. Oops, again, problems with the black circles. I want my cortisol to bind to the binding pocket of this glucocortisol or glucocorticoid receptor, and I want this cortisol to bind to the binding pocket. Now in the next scene, I'll create a new slide down here. I want the dimer to form. So I'm going to hit Shift and click to highlight both my protein and my cortisol. Oops, it's not working. Try again. There we go. So I want together those to come down, and together I want this protein and its ligand. Oops. To form a dimer. And then my third slide, I'd like all 4 of these molecules to bind to DNA. And that's that. So now I can go back here and play my video. Cortisol binds, the dimer forms, and now it binds to DNA. And that will just keep replaying until I tell it to stop. Now the last feature is to export this, which I can do by hitting the export thing. I can title it here. I can select all slides. I've tried this draft form. It's very slow. I wouldn't suggest it. And I can go ahead and export my animation. It's pretty slow as well. But now you have an animation to watch, and you can go ahead and just save that for yourself. So that's the end of my molecular flipbook tutorial. Feel free to email me with any questions. Thanks.